I made it through the mess yesterday as best I could. I managed to get 5 packages set up in between rain showers, but then it set in and it stayed in. So I shut down everything else. I'll do the other 10 today. So I was just going to show you how we go through this. I've done this before for y'all. I've already broke this package off from the rack. They come in bundles of 5, or at least if you buy 5. They come bundled in 5. So this is one broke off. I just peeled off that wooden cover that covers up your feed can here. Now, your feed can is dropped in this hole, and this black strap is holding up your queen cage. So, this is always the hardest part for me, and I don't know if there's a trick to it that I've just never learned. Getting this daggum feed cage out. Try to pry your hive tool down in there and try to hang on to it. Hope you got strong fingernails. Surprised I haven't torn my thumbnail off yet. Work that can out. I give them a little bit of smoke, as I do, just in case there's any clinging on the can, but there's usually maybe 1 or 2. Not many though. None on this one. And then this black strap is stapled, so peel it loose. Of course, now that I'm trying to show you guys, it won't work very well, but let's use my knife, see if I can cut it loose. Make sure you don't drop your queen back down inside the box. Not that it's impossible to get her out, but it's a pain. So pull your queen out here. See, they're all clumping nicely on her. And of course, you want to get a good look at your queen. Make sure she's alive and well, which mine, whoops, appears to be. There she is. You guys can see her crawling on the bottom there. Not real huge, but she's in there. Now, I'm going to use this little nail I've got. And of course, you want to make sure you pull the plug out of the candied end. There's a plug in either end. Pull the plug out of the candied end. This is the delayed fuse. Takes them a couple days to eat that candy out, and hopefully by that point, the bees have settled into the box and they won't leave. That's your biggest risk with packages, is that they decide they don't like your box, and as soon as the queen's out, they abscond. I'll set the package down here on the side. I'm gonna put my queen between 2 frames. Now, I don't have any drawn comb here. I'm so low on hives, what I like to do is get 1 frame of brood or honey or just anything that smells fresh, smells like bees, and use that as a starter in the hive. But I'm so low, I don't have enough colonies to support that. I'd have to tear apart the 3 that I have left just to have 15 frames to make it up. Drive a little nail back down that frame, just hold your queen between those 2 frames. Then the fun part of dumping bees, liquid bees. Very viscous liquid. So I've got 3 frames out, 2 frames in the box, 3 frames out, and we're just going to pour them in. And these bees, God bless them. I set up 5 packages through rain yesterday in my swimming trunks because I got tired of getting soaked to the bone in my clothes, so I just put on swimming trunks. Not a single sting. So you just kind of go back and forth with them. My bigger issue is the daggum mosquitoes eating my face. And now my daughter that's over there stuck in the mud, you might be able to hear her whining. She tried to follow me out here and now she's got stuck in the mud. So, dump out, 95% of the bees. And then the other 3 frames, I'm just going to set back in here gently. Now I'm going to set them right on top of the ball of bees that's in the bottom. I'm not mashing down. So they can get out from under that frame. And just the weight of that frame sitting on top of them, they'll crawl out under it. So it won't actually smash any of them. We'll give that about a minute while I go collect my daughter. Still mud though, okay? Still mud, so be careful what you're doing. Take 1 step at a time and make sure it's solid, and then take another step. Or just stay right there. Okay, so yeah, what was that, 30 seconds? Frames are all down level now. I'll just square them up a little bit. And the last thing I want to do find a lid that'll fit that has a feeder in it. I should have 15 of these around somewhere or another. This lid is just a little bit swollen from all the rain, as is going to be everything else, but I think I can get it on there. Oh God. Stupid thing. There it goes. Okay. Now your feed can, it's got two tiny little pinholes here from shipping. I take my hive tool, give it a whack, make a bigger one. Enough that it'll drip on its own. Put it on top of the box and there you go. These boxes have holes cut in the lid. This hole here is cut to fit a regular mouth mason jar. But when I get packages in, I reuse the can of syrup that they sent with them. So I just knock that hole in it, set it on top, and then, you know, after a couple days or whatever, this packet will be empty. Yeah, honey, there's bees. Yeah. Last thing I do is I set the package on top here, just so bees that do get out of it, if they fly out, hopefully they'll smell their queen and fly back in. I'm gonna pop open one of the hives from yesterday that I did, just to see how it looks. Actually, I want to do this one here because you see I set up this one differently. This one I did what I would call, I guess, like a soft setup, or I don't know what you'd call it, but I put the package in the bottom box. The bottom box is empty. Just set the whole package in, and I've showed a video on that before. And the top box has the frames and the queen. So by now the bees should have all crawled up here to service their queen in the top box. If they haven't, it's a bit concerning. Well, some have. Some have. Some have found their queen. The rest, apparently, are still down in the bottom. We'll see here. Yes, honey, are you stuck again? Okay, move your left foot. Now move your right foot. Work it loose, don't fall. Okay. Okay, here you go. Alright, so now I've got to try to do surgery here. Yeah, there's just a handful of them up around that queen. The rest of them are still down here in the package acting goofy. Like they can't figure out what's going on. Not dead. Healthy enough bees. Just acting like they're lost. So, we'll do the dump like I've done on all the other ones. Set that package down there. These frames over.
Daddy, what's up?
Honey.
What's up?
What? They're bees, honey. They're bees. You know that.
Daddy, what's up, Daddy?
What? You see all these bees on this box?
What do you bring that?
Daddy's about to dump them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy, go right out. Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. Liquid bees.
I got swatted bees.
Yep. They're nice, gentle bees, though, aren't they? They're not mad.
Yeah.
There we go.
Daddy,
That's got them dumped out. No, no. Chill. Stand still. Stand still. Stand still. They're not after you. They're just confused, honey. Frame back in there. These two frames back in here.
I just want to be.
Set them in gently. It's funny, you see the frames. You guys might not be able to see it from your angle, but the frames just kind of float around for a second because they're sitting on top of that pile of bees. As the bees crawl off under and they kind of float. There we go. Alright, so those are out. Frames are in. Lid's on. See the feed can with the puncture in it.
Yeah.
And package up top. Okay. That's that for that. 9 more to do.